We made it into Sunday at the 2021 Tennessee Knockout, and the first thing on the docket is the hot lap. This is just one lap on the course that the main event takes place on, and sets the starting order for the next race. Wake up, bike! My bike's got a clear throat! Come down the enduro cross here. I double this. No, I don't. Just kidding. And onto the grass track, very similar to the prologue race that we did on Friday for the amateur qualifier. All is fine and dandy so far, but it's going to ramp up. It's going to get harder. It's the one thing, this, if you're not aware, you probably are by now, this was part of the World Hard Enduro Series. So the big dogs from all over the world are here. So you got Billy Bolt, Manny Lettenbeckler, Wade Young. I don't want to start naming names, because if I don't name a name, then people start getting like, well, what about me, Zach? And then, then I'm in big, deep doo-doo, because none of them watch these videos, but they might. And then I got a lawsuit on my hands because I didn't give that brand recognition, and next thing you know, I got my legal battles, I'm in jail again, and then I have to be bailed out, and it's a tough life. So anyway, this drops into the creek section and it goes left. Instead of the prologue on Friday, it went right. Now we're going up. We're getting into the big boy stuff. Pull up your pants. We got rocks, bigger rocks. And it's just a matter of staying upright. I'm keeping it together. Oh, hit a rock there. I had this line scoped out. I walked the course the night before. I had this all figured out. Except for one part. We'll get to that here. We're coming to it. But coming up through, I'm doing good. I'm feeling all right. I should have known better, but up here, after this little ziggy-zag section, the night before when we walked it, this wasn't open. To the left, it was like ribboned off, and you would just start heading back at this point. However, it's no longer ribboned off. We're going left. We're going up here, and I haven't walked any of this. I haven't scoped this out. So that's wonderful. I should have known better. It's happened before. They changed it. They're the little stinkers. They're little tricksters. Alright, so I power through that. And I'm looking at where we gotta go under this tree. It's a pretty good wall to go up. So I hit this thing. My front end deflected. My tire shot right. And it put me in a bad spot. And I should have had this. This was annoying. I was very frustrated. It took me quite a bit of time to get reset after this. And I was upset at myself. Now I gotta try to hit it from here. Alright, I kind of gassed myself there a little bit, picking the bike up and resetting on that. So I slowed down here, and then I didn't know where to go. I was like, where do we go? And I'm following these arrows where I'm trying to find where people have been riding. So I start taking this line. I don't know if this was the best line, because I think staying in the creek bed may have been better. Especially this part. I had to really, get myself set up to go up this. Nice. It's not very fast, so I'm not moving very fast. I'm done. Go! What am I sitting here for? I'm trying to figure out where to go. Oh, now let's just stop, take our goggles off. What the heck am I doing? Keep in mind, we're only 5 minutes in. We're 5 minutes into this hot lap, and you can see sweat dripping off me. Oh, what? The main event, just for your reference, is 30 minutes plus a lap on this course. So they're doing like, I don't know how many laps, but imagine that. Just imagine that. And then look at me. Not bad. I can get through it. It just take me a little bit longer. I gotta work on my speed, my cardio. It all comes down to the cardio. This is not a very good pace through here, but we're just trekking along. This is not my proudest ride anymore. It was going well. It was going well till I messed up. And now it looks like it's turned into survival for me. It's gnarly terrain, though. It's very gnarly. Gotta go up this rock. I mean, this is tough. This is tough. And it's dry. Can you imagine if it was wet? This would be the end of my day. You have an hour to do the hot lap. It'd be over. I'd be over. It'd be done. Woo, baby. So back on familiar terrain. That whole section there, I didn't scout. I didn't walk. But now, this is where it kept going. So I know where I'm going now. I'm back on to where I scouted. I know what's left for the course. And there's a big hill. And, you know, hills, it's dry out. I'm good at hills. But, of course, there's a but coming. Well, let's get to it here. We're going to get out. So I'm coming in. I'm thinking I'm hot stuff. Get out of my way. I can go up this hill. Well, we're not there yet. Hold on. Let me get there first. It's taking me a while. Have patience. Okay, so as I'm lining up here, first of all, I fall over. Not a big deal. But I don't know what the heck that was about. But anyway, we get the thing lined up, and I'm ready for takeoff. What the heck is that? This thing's got... Just listen to this thing. What the heck? Man, was this frustrating? This thing's got the covets. I come back down. That's annoying. I'm like thinking the bike, all right, I didn't clean it out. I didn't get the gurgle out. So I go for it again. I make it to this point, which is enough to get over to a bypass, but I'm thinking, what is going on with my bike? Since I'm like half a year behind on the videos, I now know in present day what the problem is, but I can't tell you because it lingers on over the next couple videos and I can't reveal what happens. So anyway, I go up the bypass way. Oh, I get over the log, and over here you have to come down this really pretty nasty, bony downhill. It's actually quite tough. And of course, the video doesn't do it justice. And so, from there, it's basically just what we wrote in the Friday prologue, and I just ride it home. Ride her home. My lap time was 16 minutes. That isn't very good. 16 minutes and 13 seconds, which puts me 52nd out of 60 riders. Now, granted, the top riders are the top riders in the world with some issues. You know, I had some issues out there. But that sets my starting order for TKO 1 right on deck. Actually, we'll just do it in the same video. This is Knockout Race 1 from the 2021 Tennessee Knockout. There wasn't enough time for me to swap my exhaust pipe, but I had crushed it really bad. And I was thinking that was the problem with that weird running issue. One at a time we start, so I'm the 52nd rider going off. Thank you. We're going. It's all time adjusted, so one at a time we go. And imagine this. The top 25 riders advance on. There are at least 25 factory riders here, I'd say. If maybe not quite 25, but anybody that's top 25 is going to be somebody probably not like me, just showing up as, you know, a weekend warrior. Well, okay, I gotta give myself a little more credit, but you know what I'm saying. There's top tier factory teams here. There's money getting thrown at it. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to do it, but we're gonna go. We're gonna go for it. So far, everything's about the same as the race from Saturday. However, we're going further up the creek section. Up under the bridge here. Come on, come on, come on! I gotta remember, I'm looking at where the heck I gotta go here. Oh yeah. Okay, we're going. Hey, we're moving. We're moving all right. Some log crossings. We're keeping it rolling, but we're going all the way up this creek section, so it gets pretty gnarly up in here. Keep in mind, you know, I raced the day before, Saturday. You know, a lot of these top guys get directly invited into Sunday. That's one thing some of the other races do, is they make everybody race the same amount. Why give the guys that don't need handicaps a handicap? All right, Josh is down. I'm trying to find a line. I was going to try to go up over these rocks here. And then I realized, you know what? Wait a second. Save your energy because you're going to need it. And so I find a line up here. Look at this, to the left. Like the Saturday races, it did not rain. It's so dry. That's gonna be fast again, and I really should have brought my other bike. So Robin Bryant commented on my last video. He asked, when am I gonna race my new bike? So I got my 2021 Beta sitting at home, and I'm thinking it's set up more for hair scrambles, higher speed stuff. It's valved stiffer, the suspension. I'm thinking, man, I could have probably been better off having that bike for this because it's so fast, and I'm trying to go faster over these rocks because they're so grippy. Oh my gosh, we're kissing the fender. We gave a nice little kiss to our front number plate. I should at least bring the suspension with me, because so that's the other thing. You can't switch bikes between races, can you? No, you can't. But I could swap suspension components, right? You can do that, right? Between races? Let me know if that's not the case, but... Okay, so we get back onto the trail. Well, the trail from Saturday, a lot of it was similar here in the beginning. And I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but, you know, again, I just wasn't... I wasn't riding as fast as I felt like I could. You know, I said in the amateur race, my fitness wasn't there, maybe. I just was kind of off, but maybe it was really... I really think I just wasn't comfortable with the speed. It was fast. It was really fast. And I haven't been doing much fast stuff lately. Well, as I go through these rock gardens here. But I stopped the camera because a lot of it was the same stuff. So I resume it later on. Looks like I'm getting ready to pass someone. But I was just going to start and stop the camera. I'm like, you know what? We raced all this in Saturday. Why would I film the same thing again? And there's like nothing happening. So I was trying to conserve some of the battery to get the cooler stuff later in the race. Whoa, there's a kicker. Oh, okay, so we get back into this creek section here. Staying consistent. I'm running a decent pace through all this. And it keeps going. This just kept going, and it went further than what we did on the Saturday race. It just kept going up into new areas. Yeah, baby. Just cranking through this creek section. It's still going. Okay, we're just... I start to lose my energy here. It just keeps going. We're going. Woo! Woo, baby. Getting tired watching this. And then this log. This is one. You just have one thing that's gonna be like, oh, you gotta throw a log in. God. That is that section. That was great. I liked it. But then we get back onto the trail and it's fast. It's not, you know, I was very surprised at how fast everything was. And there were like sections where it was really kind of like ATV roads for a while. And I'm like, man, this isn't really hard. So I stopped the camera here because it wasn't very exciting. And then we get into some really good stuff. We get onto some new trail. We're going up towards this waterfall. I go to turn the camera on, and it wasn't working. It was not clicking on. I'm like, what the heck? And so unfortunately, we missed the whole end, but we've got footage sent in from people. So this was Ken sending in some footage. And then I get up to the, what they call the Kenda Rock Garden, and I work my way up this. An okay pace. There's some things like that where I just wasn't going quite that fast, but I wasn't getting overly hung up or stuck too bad. I made a few mistakes right here at the end. I started to get tired, especially that long creek bed, just like at race 2 on Saturday. You came up this thing and it was a lot. I was like, all right, I'm almost done with the lap. Just hold it together, and I finish it through. with the competition the way it was, I knew just based on how that ride went, I was like, that wasn't enough. Just wasn't clicking to the degree I wanted it to, but hey, we had a good ride. It was a solid ride. I finished 45th. Considering who was in this race, that's not the worst it could be. I'm happy with that. Got a lot of work to do, though. I got to get better. I got to get faster. It just makes me hungrier. Adam had a great ride. He finished 36 aboard the Barnstormers Beta 300, dude. He was ripping. And so that wraps up the Tennessee Knockout 2021. We'll see you guys on the next video. Saddleback is the next hard neuro I do. That's coming up probably next year to a YouTube near you.